let's build EssenceRO with GM Fook. So today, let me pull up my list once again. Let's see what we got to do today. So first of all, there is the matter of Stormy Knight. We're gonna see if we can release Stormy Knight tonight. Let's see. There's also some other things. Let me pull up the other part of my list to see what there is to do. Oh, just a second. Let me just mute this. This is gonna get a little bit loud here. Okay. So what else should we be doing? Let's edit. Let's start with a warm-up and edit the restrictions table. Okay, I do like me a good warm-up. Okay. All right. So Stormy Knight needs to be released. It needs to be buffed. Also, let's edit the restriction tables a little bit so that some people can actually get these things out of their inventory. And for those of you who are watching us live, let me just make an announcement. Let's see, let's broadcast. Okay, we are live on Twitch. And then let me just post the Twitch link, twitch.tv.EssenceRO. And here we go. Alright, I'm just going to keep summoning some barricades so that the players can practice the new combo monk system here. Alright, so let's go, and first thing we got to do is let's look at the item restrictions list. Alright, so this we won't be able to get to this item today. So this item means, what I mean by edit item restriction list is basically, let me elaborate. Scan all monster drop items and remove them from the restrictions table. That's what I mean by that. We won't have time to do that today, but there are some use cases that can free up some players' inventory here. And I think, let me see, look in the Ask GM Discord here real quickly. I remember Red Sheep posting something about a lion's mane or something that she couldn't drop. Dragon's Mane, dropped by Draco. Okay, so that's something that I'll also have to add in as well. Okay, Dragon's Mane. Okay, so let us begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to open up my Get console real quick. So what I'm going to open up will be called Get Bash. So basically what I'll do is, let me go into one of these folders, and there we go. Open up Get Bash here. Okay. So where am I right now? So I am nowhere near where I need to be, so I'm just going to CD around. So basically I'm in my D drive inside of a folder called Repos, inside of a folder called ERO Dev. Now, nope, Git pull is what I need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sync the files to the cloud because I'm a bit out of sync. So basically I'm pulling down changes that other developers have made to this repository. And let me enter in my password off screen here. Alright, so it looks like there have been a lot of changes. So this repository is mainly maintained by Seer, our head spreader. She is very talented. Let me see if I can go in here. Oh, I forgot. Let me also post this in our Discord real quickly. Hey guys, I am live on Twitch. Alright, here we go. So, alright, so this repository is up to date. The next thing we can do is if we go into the other repository, I can also do a git pull there. So this server has 3 separate working repositories. I think there's a 4th, but for me, all I need to do is have 3. So that's one way of doing it. Making a server in production is exceedingly complex. Ooh, look at all the cool changes that I've missed since Monday. Wow. So basically what you see here are the plus signs and the minus signs, meaning differences, right? So basically what this means is this ratio of lines were added, this ratio of lines were removed. Okay, so basically of 173 lines, more than half of them were additions, more than half of them were either deletions or replacements. So notice that this one got a pretty big as well. So, ooh, Legendary Blacksmith. Nice. Survival Arena got an update, it looks like. Do check the pre-patch notes. We are on the Heartring pre-patch notes. All right. So, now that we're all up to date with the cloud, what I can do now is if I can pull up the synced files here. All right. Let's go back in here. So if I can cd in, actually let's do an ls. ls means to list all the folders. Okay, so right now I'm inside of one of the repositories, and I need to find the item restrictions table. So that would be inside of the database, and inside of, I think it would be inside of this folder. So if I do an ls now, these are all the files that are in here. Now, one of the files that we're looking for is probably in here, and I bet you it starts with an item. Okay, so it might be item no equip. No, that doesn't sound right. It should be something like an item no trade is what we're looking for here. Okay, it's been a while since I've been in this file, so I don't actually remember what it would be. Let's see, item no ls again. There we go. So item no use maybe would be one. Let's do item no use.txt. Oh. Okay. I think it's a dot. Is the dot? Nope, that's not it. All right, let's just open it in Windows. All right, so one thing I just want to make sure is that it's not the no equip. Okay, so the no equip means you can't even put it on. So this is not what we're looking for. So we want to look for something where it says that we can't even store it, we can't even drop it. Okay, so item, is it this one? Item cannot be used while sitting. Nope, that's not the one we want. This is the challenge of having too many files. Let's see here. Still looking. Combo, TB, delay, gift box. I could have sworn it was the no equip. It's not? It's not. Huh, I wonder if it's gone or if it's just me being weird at this point. It might be just gone? Let's see. I thought it was like some kind of no trade or something like that. Let's see. No equip. No use. Item trade? Nope, it's not item trade. Alright, I guess I'll have to look later. Alright, so it looks like those items will be stuck in their inventory for a little bit longer. I wonder if the file might have been renamed or moved somewhere else. So I'll have to look into logs to see if that is the case. Alright, for today, let's see if we can get to the Stormy Knight. So, if I look inside of the mob database, let me just pull up the mob database real quick. The mob DB. Aha! Okay, so Stormy Knight, I believe, is monster number 1251. 1251. So if we scroll down, 1212. Aha, it's missing. So it's not, I think it might be in its own section down here by the MVPs here. Windstorm. There we go. 1251. There we go. Alright, so this is Stormy Knight as it is right now, and it looks like, if I check the HP of it real quick, it is only 240,000 HP, which is in line with Rate My Server. Okay, so this is a vanilla unbuffed Stormy Knight. Now, if I go back to a web archive version of the old EssenceRO control panel, we can see that Stormy Knight had 13 million HP. Okay, so a quick history lesson. There was 2 sessions of buffs, right? There was in 2008, after there was a wipe, the MVPs were buffed the first time. So the first time it was buffed, it looked more like this. Let me see if I can show you. So Stormy Knight started off with 4 million HP. Okay, and then around the time that Archbishops were released, they realized that no, they're still, these classes are now too strong. Okay, so now, and then they did a secondary buff later on. I forget the year. I think it was like 2010 or something like that, 2009, 2010. They did a secondary buff to the MVPs. Okay, and now what we're looking at is the 4th iteration of buffs, right? So this is not, our Stormy Knight will not have 13 million HP. It will have more than 13 million HP because our MVPs are actually stronger than the second iterative buffs of EssenceRO. So, in lieu of that, let's look at, for example, let's look at Edga, for example. See if I can look up Edga's number. Okay, so Edga is 1115. So if I replace 1115 up here, so their old Edga had 10 million HP, but our Edga is actually stronger than that. So if I go into this and do a mob info of 1115, which is Edga, you can see that our Edga has 18 million HP. Okay, so that's probably where I want Stormy Knight to be as well. Somewhere between 18 mil and 20 mil HP should suffice. And we can just brainstorm this out real quick. Okay, so we have to look at the sprite of Stormy Knight itself. Okay, so Stormy Knight, okay, let's bring this up real quick. Alright, so Stormy Knight here, he is Christmas themed, right? Christmas themed. He's got a clown nose. Okay, he's got, it looks like a lance, right? He's got an ice lance. And he's got a shield. Okay? So, thematically, what I think of when I think of storms, I think of blizzard, and I think of thunderstorm. Okay? So that immediately lets me bring to mind ice and wind, right? Wind and lightning. Okay, so that's what I think of when I think of Stormy Knight, right? This guy is the embodiment of ice and wind. Okay, so as such, he will get ice and wind type abilities, but he also has a shield. Okay, so what does that translate to? So a shield. Okay, so a shield, probably more of Crusader Paladin skill. So maybe Defender. Okay, maybe Shrink. Maybe Auto Guard. Okay, these are some of the things that I think about. So Defender is probably what I would choose. So this is more of anti-ranged, anti-sniper, gunslinger type deal. Shrink is more of knockback, okay? And Auto Guard is just anti-melee and physical. Okay, so I think it would be OP to have all of this, but I really do like the idea of it having Defender. The idea that you shoot an arrow at him and he just puts up his shield and starts blocking it. Okay, he has a clown nose and he's also ice, so that immediately makes me think of Frost Joke. Okay, he's gonna get a Frost Joke. Now if you notice that the old Stormy Knight down here, old Stormy Knight had Wind Freeze, right? Wide freeze. Sorry, wide freeze. Now we can give it wide freeze, but we can also give it frost stroke. Wouldn't that be funny? I think it would be hilarious. Okay. All right. Next thing. All right. An ice lance. What does an ice lance mean in terms of skill? Now, originally I thought he was wearing a spear. Okay, I thought this was more of a spear, but it looks like it's not a lance. It's a broadsword. Okay, it's a broadsword. So I'm thinking bowling bash. Okay, bowling bash is probably what a broadsword would feel like. Okay, maybe a wind slash. Okay, maybe a wind slash from ninjas. Okay, and he's Christmas themed. So Christmas, I think of snow, so that's fine. So snow, okay, automatically I want Storm Gust in here, and I think by default he also already Storm Gust. Okay, so but what else? What else? He could think of Thunderstorm. I think of, well, there's Thunderstorm, but there's also Lightning Bolt. Yes, and especially let's have it be a level 20 Lightning Bolt, and he will have mobs. Right? Christmas cookies. And there will be two of them. Okay? Two types, two variants. Okay? Christmas cookie V1 and Christmas cookies V2. The first one is going to spam level 4 Cobalt. Second one will spam let's say level 4 Lightning Bolt. Okay, and also, what else can we do here? What else can we do? So mob, let's have it be weak physical damage, basically. So this is more of a blue mage type deal where, yes, he's a knight, but he's also very magey. Okay, when I look at him, I see crystalline armor, and usually in games, crystalline armor represents high magic defense for whatever reason. I don't know. But, so he will have stat-wise, I think he should have high magic defense. But in return, he should have medium physical defense. And his flee should be, let's make it low flee. Okay? So, if he has high magic defense, that means, mages, bolter profs, all those guys are going to be out of the picture. So you have left over Starglad Knights, Combo Monks, Assassin Crosses, right? So basically, let's get low flee in there so that Knights can enter the fray. Combo Monks can also enter the fray. He's got Defender, so that's going to be very good against the range. So basically, we're going to make Stormy Knight more melee focused. Like you can use a Hunter. It's just not. It might not be as efficient. Okay. All right. So I remember looking at a bunch of ninja skills, and I remember seeing a bunch of lightning-based skills from ninja. So let me look at that real quick to see if that will actually be good for our iteration of a Stormy Knight. Okay, so let's see. Throw Shuriken, nope. Let's do Wind property. Okay. There we go. Wind Blade. Okay. Throw with the Blade of Wind, dealing wind elemental damage. Now that's gonna probably be not as cool. Maybe wind crash. Summons a lightning strike. Enemies around you. Okay. It might not be as cool, but it's like a bolt of lightning is gonna come down. Now I think that's too much in the direction of a lightning themed MVP. This is a storm based MVP. I don't know if that's gonna do it there. So we got North Wind. That I like. I think this is where Northwind should be. I don't think Northwind should be fine. There is one skill of Ninja, okay, where I remember a ice. There we go, Ice Pillar. I think that's what I'm talking about. So falling Ice Pillar. Okay. So I will have to test it out later, but I think I want our Stormy Knight to have the Ice Pillar, basically a giant ball of ice to fall down on your enemies. Okay, so that's something I want to look into as a extra skill in a little bit. Okay, so as such, he should have because he's so heavily based in casting, he should have slightly high int, right? To increase the damage here. So as a baseline, I think Mistress's Jupiter Thunder right now is pretty cool. So let's take a look at that. So let's do monster info of Mistress right now. So Mistress, if we look at it, 295 int. Actually, that seemed a little bit excessive for our little Stormy Knight here. So I think 110 should suffice. Now, granted, we'll probably have to give it level 20 Lightning Bolt to compensate. Okay, so 70 magic defense is what I feel that would be fine. He should get more strength because hey, it's a knight. Like it's got a shield, right? You need I mean, I'm not sure. Like this is a sword made of ice. I'm sure it is heavy. Okay, I'm sure it is monstrous. I'm sure he is strong. So the second buffed iteration, right, already has. Let's see. It needs to be stronger than this. So let's take a look at that. So we have down here the stats. These are the old stats. So it already had 60 magic defense. I'm gonna up the ante, make it probably around 75. Now look at the defense. The defense I think is fine. It is just where it should be. Okay. Now as far as its attack, I think that attack is fine too. Okay. Given that we're gonna give it lots and lots of casting spells, right? So its int should be high. So 134 int, that was fine. Now the strength 95, I'm also fine with that. Okay. Now that is monstrous dex. My goodness. All right. So now we have a plan. Okay. We can go in and actually edit this stuff. Okay. So that was my quick and dirty brainstorm there for Knight of the Windstorm. Okay. So let's go back to our mob database and extract just the Stormy Knight guy. Okay, so if I take this Stormy Knight guy, now, I don't know about you, but I prefer to work things in Excel for the most part. So I'm going to put Stormy Knight right there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the header of this file. So basically the drop table and the monster stats are embedded within each other. So if I do a text to columns and I say it's delimited by a comma, not tab, we'll get something that looks like this. And I don't like working wide, so I'm just going to transpose it so we can see it side by side here. All right. So now what we got to look at is the modes of this thing. The first thing I'm going to check is what are the default modes of the Stormy Knight. So basically all I got to do is go back here and pull up the Stormy Knight to figure out what the modes are. And the modes being basically this guy right here. So it's a boss. Basically that means that Alice card will work on it. MVP Valchem card or MVP Valchem will work on it. Okay, our new Muramasa, our new Desert Twilights, they'll work on it. It's cast sensor, change chase, change attack. See, I'm okay with all of this. Okay, so I'm okay with the modes being the way it is. Okay, and also it's a pain in the butt to convert things to hex and convert them back. Okay, all right. That's the first thing. I'm fine with its element being wind. Okay, now it's a little weird. I always found it weird that Stormy Knight was a wind element, even though, I mean, if you look at him, he's clearly a walking icicle. He's clad in ice. I mean, he should be ice elemental, but whatever. I'll let it slide. So let's just say he's wind. He's formless, cool. Now, what should his level be? So, if I look at Mistress, which is the baseline of where I want my Stormy to be, Mistress is a level 99. Okay, so in this case, we can go ahead in here and make Stormy Knight more powerful here. Now, his HP. So let's look at Mistress's HP real quick. So Mistress has 18 million HP. Okay, so as a knight, I would suspect you would have 20 million HP. Okay, and let's just pick an even number here. Okay, 20 million is what I'm fine with. And we can always, increase this number or decrease this number, depending on the player's reception to it. Okay, so we go down. Its EXP needs to be massively increased. Okay, so how much EXP does Mistress give right now? Whatever number this is, by the way, we need to multiply it by her rates. Okay, so if we go in here, look at Mistress. Mistress gives huge amount of EXP. Holy cow, 29 million. Okay, so if I do a little bit of math here, and if we also look at our rates here, rates, okay, I'll also just do implement Stormy Knight. Alright, so let's do a little bit of math. So the base EXP is 75, job EXP is 75. So whatever number that Mistress is putting out here, we need to multiply it by 75. Now, it just so happens that I have a handy-dandy database that actually shows exactly what number that is. So if we go down and we do Mistress here, okay, that's the wrong Mistress. There we go. That's the correct Mistress. All right, so that is its HP, its base, and its job are clearly represented right here. Okay. So what we can do is we can paste those two numbers. So this is Mistress's HP or EXP. Now, because it's a bit stronger than Mistress, okay, actually Mistress is probably going to be a little bit more annoying to find, but at the present moment, these numbers should be fine. Now, this does translate. It's going to be multiplied by 75, so that's why you see the huge jump in number once we get inside of the server. Okay, so we notice that it's 3.9 million base EXP here, but then once you go into the server itself, it's being multiplied by 75. So we look at 29, almost 30 million. That's a lot of EXP. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit kind and generous. We're going to multiply this by 10% because this monster is a little bit stronger. And it just so happens that we should round that to a whole number, just because I don't think ERO cares for rounding, or sorry, Arthena. So our server emulator is Arthena, and I don't think it would care for that. Okay, so if we go in here, we paste that back in. So now we're going to say round it, but multiply by 1.1 first. Okay, so the range of Stormy Knight, let's go back. The default range of Stormy Knight is 2 cells. Now, it's got a broadsword. I would think that it would be able to attack you from further, but I guess all the previous designers before me have given it 2 range, so I think I'm fine with that being the way it is. Let's go back here. So attack. Now, I'm okay with it attacking you for 3k, but I don't think it should increase higher than 3k, because what we're going to do is we're going to actually buff it on the spellcaster side, not on the physical attack side of things. Okay, so 2,850. Okay, defense 35 is fine. Magic defense, let's bump that up to 75, make it a little bit harder for mages. Okay, it's weird. It's a mage, but at the same time, it's gonna be a really strong guy. So strength 95. Now I feel like I'm making this a little bit too easy, but we'll see. I got testers out there that are gonna tell me whether or not an MVP is gonna be too easy. Okay. Now ideally, I would want Stormy Knight to be taken out by at least 4 people. Okay. But that might not always be the case. Now the problem with Vite here is if I make it too high, you can probably acid demonstration it. You know, I'm okay with you acid demonstrationing a Stormy Knight. It looks kind of like a paladin, and that's what basically acid demonstration is built to do. Okay, so this is where the int really needs to go up. So we have 134 int listed here. I think I'm okay with that, but once I get inside of the server, I can probably do a little bit more testing. Basically, just tank a Storm Gust and see how much that hurts. That is a lot of dex, sure. I'm not going to question it. Luck, 119. Okay, so these are the default ranges. I'll leave them here for now. Okay, so if we go down here, the speed of it. Now this is where it's interesting. So they kept the speed of Stormy Knight at 200. I'm not sure I'm okay with that, because if I go inside of the server, okay, and I do actually a speed of 200, yeah, this is kind of slow. I'm not sure I'm okay with that. Now, if I do speed of 100 versus speed of 200, notice I'm much faster. So, Stormy Knight, whoosh, right? All right, so let's give it a let's increase its speed a little bit. So 100 is basically normal player speed. 200 is MVP speed. That means you can kite this thing, and I'm not okay with. Basically, we're already giving it defender, right? We're already saying that we don't want ranged physical classes to be able to hit this thing. So let's make it a little bit faster, make it a little bit harder to block. The attack delay is 460 milliseconds. A motion is 480. So basically, that's going to be its attack speed. I think that should be fine. I don't want it hitting too hard physically, because I mean you're swinging a broadsword made of ice. I'm sure that's gonna be heavy. I don't know if you guys watch an anime called Berserk, but the guy is not quick with the sword. It's a giant sword. Okay, so MVP EXP. I'm gonna take Mistress's MVP EXP actually. Where is that thing? All right, so let's go back here. The mode is right there, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I need to go past 6 tiles here. So Mistress's MVP XP is actually not that big. It's pretty high. Actually, that's not Mistress. Oh, Mistress is up here. Okay, there we go. That makes a little bit more sense. All right, so 19. If I go into the MVP EXP equals here, paste that up, times 1.1. I'll also do a round here. Oh, round to 0 digits. There we go. And then MVP ID, basically this is the drop that you would get as the MVP. So what is that right now? I think that is the inception box. So 46020. Okay. So if I do an item 460, yep, that's an inception box. That should already be there. That's perfect. And 200 means that's the rate. So basically, what does that mean? So if you do 200, okay, times, and I think our rate is 50 here, that would be 10,000. So 10,000 means 100%. So if you divide this right by 10,000, it's now 1. Now if I make this column percentage base right there. All right, so then I can move down and say that, oh, let's add an if-else statement in here too. So we can say that if, okay, is greater than 1, what do we want to do? Okay, so hold on. 1. All right, so we'll just say if it's greater than 1, we want it to be 1. If not, we want it to be something else. Okay, so I'm missing the parentheses over here to make it complete. Okay, so if it is greater than 1, let's have it be 1. If not, I want it to be that. Okay, so basically what it's saying is I'm adding a floor here. So this says you can't have more than 100%. Okay, so the drop rate. So this is the MVP. This is the inception box. Okay, and this is the drop of the inception box. Right now, the inception box is going to drop at 100% to the person that does the most damage to the MVP. Now, there's 2 more slots here for the MVP drop. So a 2406 and a 995. 995 sounds like an Illunium. Okay, so let's go back here and actually see what's going on. So interesting here. So 995 is actually a Mystic Frozen. That would suck. Okay, That would suck a lot. So you would also have a chance to get an aquamarine. Ew, that's silly. That's almost an insult. Like, I'd rather have it not drop anything than drop this trash. Okay. Next. Alright, we go in here, we look at boots. Oof. That's... do we want it to drop boots? Boots is more of like an IRO pre-trans item. Nobody really uses boots anymore. So we'll think about what to replace that with. So 995, that's the Mystic Frozen. 2406, that's the boots. Okay. At least like make it title shoes. Like that's something that should be done, right? Okay. For now, let's just not have anything here. Okay, I'm gonna remove the Mystic Frozen and the boots here. Okay, because that's more of an insult if that item actually drops. All right, so this is the drop rate of 1468. The drop rate of this. Oh, that's not a drop rate. That's the drop rate. And I'm basically just converting all these drop rates to percentages here. Okay. Alright, and the card drop rate should be 1. Alright, so the card drop is, so you notice if you look in here, the Stormy Knight card, 4318, boom. Okay, so we got that, we got that, we got that. So 1, 3, 4, okay, so what is actually going on here? So the quick way for me to do that is actually just do a mob info in the game and see what's up. Okay, it's gonna drop a Zephyrus, Slotted Ring, a Manto, Illunium Ore, a Veteran Sword, a Wind Armor, Elemental Sword, and a Stormy Knight card. That is all pretty trash. I mean, the Wind Armor is pretty cool. The Elemental Sword is cool. The rest of it seems like it's trash. Okay. And now that we know that, how do we fix that? Okay. So, what should we do about it? Alright, so if we look at this, let's look at the old loot. Not that. There we go. So, our Stormy Knight, our on old STORMY dropped the Wind Armor. So 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 9. Now, what is this thing over here that it's dropping? That is this Wind Spirit Armor. Okay. Let's do item info, Wind Spirit Armor. So an item, Wind Spirit Armor 2, 3, 4, 9. Okay, so it looks like they actually renamed this. It's Wind Armor. It has, well, it doesn't have. All right, I should fix that. So it says it has 25 defense, but actually let's look at how much defense it actually has. So 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 9 is the item ID. I can go in and fix that while I'm in here. So if I open up the item DB, okay. That's the mob number of. All right, so 2349 is the item number. The Wind Spirit Armor. It looks like it has a defense of 4. I wonder why it's going in and saying it has a higher defense. That's weird to me. So now I wonder why there's 2 of them. Okay, so it looks like this version is slotted. This version is not slotted. So the 0 here means no slot. This here means slot. So let's actually take a look at the 2, 3, 4, 8 as well. Okay, so let's go in here. So let's do an item of 2, 3, 4, 8. It is also a Wind Armor. No there. So that's strange that our Wind Armor is named differently. So I don't know if that got changed. So let's actually just look at whether the Beckabees. Nope, that looks like they changed the name in the years that we've been gone from this server. Okay, so let's go back. So it looks like our item description is showing the pre-renewal stuff when we actually need to show the renewal stuff. All right, so we look down here. All right, so notice that the defense is 25. We don't want it to be 25. So that's a 4. And if we look at this Flame Spirit Armor, that's a defense of 4. And let me just set this to a Lua syntax so you guys can actually see pretty colors. Alright, So that's instead of a defensive 25, it's defensive 4, defensive 4, and all I'm changing, right? So notice that the backend file, earlier listed a defensive 4, but the front end file, the file that actually shows you how much armor in the description said 25. Okay, so when you equip the armor, you're not going to get 25 defense. You're going to get 4 defense. It's just the front end is displaying the wrong thing here. Okay, so what we got to do is 4, 4. Okay. We go down here. This is also going to be a 4, a 4, and a 4. Oh, tethered novice ninja suit. Let's actually see that. Let's change that also while we're in here. So tethered novice ninja suit also has, interesting enough, a defensive 4. It's all 4. Interesting. All right. So, actually, I'll change that at a later date. Okay. Let's just keep that the way it is for now. So all jobs except novice. So let's see the job requirement as well. The job requirement is actually 45. There we go. So that's still correct. And the code is correct for the elements. So I think these armors are ready to go. It's just that the elemental armors. All right. So while I'm in here, let's save this change. Okay. So I can do a git commit git. Let's do a git add first. This will basically stage our files, and we'll commit them, basically wrap them up in a ball, like basically a payload. Okay, and I'll say git commit changed elemental armor descriptions. Okay. All right, so that's saved. It's not pushed into the cloud yet, but it's saved locally. So I'll push that up later all at the same time. All right, now that that's taken care of, we can actually go on now. So the wind armor I'm okay with. The wind armor is fine. Okay, so let's go in and say that this wind armor is perfectly okay. Let's find that real quick. I'm just gonna highlight that real quick and say, yep, that is fine. Oh, looks like my equation is very, very wrong. Why is my equation trying to memorize that cell? It should be that cell. That's also very, very wrong. What is this supposed to be? Hold on just a second. There we go. It should be 5%. All right. So in this case, it's going to drop wind armor at 5%. Now, what does Cthulhu drop his armor at? So monster info Cthulhu. So Cthulhu drops water armor at 12%? That's interesting. Okay, so what did old Stormy Knight drop it at? Stormy Knight, he dropped it at even lower, 2.5%. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Sure, sure. Let's say that. 5% it is. Okay. So right now, the way it is, 25% for elemental sword. Wind armor is 5%. That's fine. Veteran sword 25%. Actually, I think I added these a few patches ago. Now, the Inception box, that's nice. We should add at least title shoe and at least something else as well. So the ring, I don't want it to drop ring. That's such a trash item. Okay. So what should it drop? As I mull over the item list real quick. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just having wind armor, I think, should be fine. I mean, I should update the mantle to a wool scarf at least. So let's find the item ID for a wool scarf. Okay. So I'm gonna have it actually drop wool scarf. What was the item ID of manto? Man, okay. So manto. Okay, so manto is 25606. There we go, 25606. Now I want that to become a wool scarf. So let's go back here and make it into a wool scarf. Okay. So I wanted to drop wool scarf at 50%. So let's go back here and change that. So this is 250%. Nope. Let's go down all the way to 50. And then 75. No, I think it's 100. There we go. 100 is 50%. All right, so it's going to drop wool scarf. Now, Orleans server is something that it should also drop here as well. So Orleans plate is something that we'll add. Let's see, Ragnarok, Orleans server. Aha. Okay, so 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I think one of these is the aluminum. Okay, so which one is the aluminum? So item info, aluminum. Aha, this is all right. So aluminum, HD aluminum. That's awesome. That doesn't drop yet. So let's see, item info, aluminum ore. Okay, so 985. So we're going to replace 985 with the Orleans server. Now the Orleans server dropped at 50% as well. Okay, so we'll make that into a 100 as well. Bring that down there. Now all of these rates are wrong, so I'm just going to fix them real quick. Okay, here we go. So, what else is wrong here? Alright, so what else is wrong here is that, oh, here we go. What to do, what to do. Okay, so I'm getting a little tired of switching back and forth, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select both of these things, put them into this, or select the entire item database, put it into our thing. Oh, Ring of Wind. So what drops Ring of Wind right now? So let's look at that. Okay, so I have a feeling Ring of Wind. Okay, so who drops 2684? Okay, Mistress. All right, that should make sense. So let's do Ring of Water now. Ring of Water. Who drops 2682? Okay, Aqua Ring. All right, I don't think either of those needed to be dropped then. So I think Stormy Knight's fine. I'll talk to Seer later about maybe adding a hat to this thing, because I mean this MVP seems a little bit bare. Other than the wind armor, which is nice, really nice. It's a little lower of a drop rate. I would want something a little bit stronger here. Okay. Oh right, Tidal Shoe. I forgot. So Tidal Shoe 2424. Okay. So really quickly, I'm just going to create a separate database so I can look up these items, so I don't have to keep looking at Rate My Server. So I'm going to use what's called a regular expression. It's what a computer uses to basically search stuff. Okay, so I'm going to select the beginning of the line. That's denoted by this caret, and then I want it to tell me, find me a digit. Okay, so notice that's selecting 2, so the beginning digit. And I want there to be at least 4 digits, 4 to maybe 5 digits, right? So notice that it's going down, it's selecting basically all the numbers between that are at least 4 digits and above. I think there's some 3 digits here, so maybe I'll do some 3 to 5 digits, okay? Add a comma, okay? And then tell it I want it to select, a period means a wild character, and I want, you know, any number of wild characters, at least 0 wild characters to the next comma at least. Okay. Hold on. Is that what I want? Maybe that's not what I want. Wow, it's actually selecting all the way out. That might be a little bit too much. I wanted to just select up to this comma. See that? That's something I would want. Okay. Maybe just 5, 20. There we go. Let's just select that much. That's enough for me to understand what's going on. So I'm going to copy all of that, okay, into a separate sheet. And what I'm going to do is, look, It already parsed it out for me. That's wonderful. All right. So in Excel, I can do what's called a VLOOKUP, which is just a cross table lookup. So I want to look up this ID, okay? And it's asking me for a table array, which is this to this is what I want to search through. Which column do I want? I want column, this is column 1, this is column 2. I want column 2, and I want to say, give me the exact match of the column ID, and notice that it says, this is the Zephyrus. Okay, now this is much better. I can understand what's going on over here. I don't have to guess, okay? Alright. So Stormy Knight card, Zephyrus, old, oh my gosh, it's dropping an old blue box. There we go. We can drop that. We can make 2-4, 2-4 here. Not an old blue box anymore. So title shoe, hooray! Okay, that's all right. So let's make title shoes drop at much lower rates. So right now it's gonna drop at 1,500%. All right, I want it to drop at 50%. All right. That's pretty good for its drops. I think we're good to go. The ring is gonna annoy me. Okay, let me ask my buddy Rotair. Oh, he's a gone. Okay, what? Let me ask inside of the general chat. Hey guys, I'm working on Stormy Knight. What's a good strength accessory for knights? And don't say ring, because that is not a good item. Okay, so hopefully I get some hitters there. Alright, so that's okay for the drops for now. So as long as it drops the Inception box, I'm okay with that. Now, there is something I've always wanted to do, and I should start doing it later, which is so notice that when you kill the MVP and you're the highest damage outputter of that MVP, you get the MVP above your head. Now, what if you had a chance to get 2 boxes, 2 Inception boxes, okay? But at a lower rate. What if, right, instead of 200, it was 25%. So you have a 1 in 4 chance to get 2 Inception boxes. I think the world is ready for that. Okay? Alright. So now that we've decided all of this stuff, let's go and package it back up into code. So I'm going to copy it up. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mass edit, say comma, and delete. Bring it all together. So this is where I want it. So Storm Knight of the... Oh, sorry, I'm in the item DB. I want to be in the mob DB. There we go. Stormy Knight. So, Knight of the Windstorm. We can go ahead and actually change him. Okay, so Windstorm Knight, 20 million HP. Alright, and we can get rid of that. Alright, so Stormy Knight. Alright, his stats are buffed. He still needs... Oh, that's correct! Bradium ring! Yes! Yes! Bradium stuff. Alright, so, with that in mind, because, I mean, if you look at Stormy Knight, like, if you look at him, he's covered in ice, right? Which looks like the Bradium monsters. Alright, which is beautiful. Alright, so, Stormy Knight, Bradium Brooch, he's not going to drop Bradium Brooch. But, earring? Maybe? Alright, so Bradium ring. There we go. Bradium shield. Yes, because Stormy Knight is already wearing a shield. This is marvelous. Okay. So Abysmal Night Shadow, Dark Shadow. Okay, this is... maybe he shouldn't drop a hammer just yet. Okay. So, this is going to be our resident. Now, there's also a Bradium MVP out there, by the way, that we haven't released yet, but it's there. It's a Spider Queen. Bradium box. Alright, so let's look at Bradium ring. Alright, so there we go. So Bradium ring should be like a 25% drop. So, instead of an old purple box, no, instead of a ring, let's upgrade that to a Bradium ring. Okay, so it should be 2798, and it should drop at 25%. Wool Scarf, Orleans Server, Veteran Sword, and now we have ourselves a Bradium Shield, and that right there. So Bradium Golem, what? So is that a high drop rate? It's in our server. I think it's a. So who drops that? Bradium Golem drops it at 5%. All right. I think that's good. We should add Bradium Shield. So this MVP is starting to not look like trash anymore. I like it. All right. So old purple box. Let's get rid of the old purple box. Let's Bradium Shield at 25% too. I think is a fair. No, it's a Bradium Shield. It should be rarer than that. It should be 15%. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. All right, Bradium Shield, Zephyrus, beautiful. All right, so let me just check myself back on Twitch real quick to see if I'm even still broadcasting. This has been a pretty long session so far. Yeah, we're also doing this dev corner thing to show you that, hey, it takes actually a lot. It takes a lot to actually go through. All right, Bradium Shield, Zephyrus. There we go. So, what are we doing now? Let's go through it further. Okay. Next thing, so Stormy Knight is buff, but his skills are not buffed. Okay? So what I need to do now is if I go into, what was I doing? His skills. Okay, so if I find mob skill DB, okay, and I find this mob, 1, 2, 5, there we go, Stormy Knight. So currently he's Storm Gust, he heals, he hallucinates, he wind attacks, you know, all the good stuff. Okay, so let's isolate this for now. Let's isolate that. So what do we need it to do to make it even stronger? Okay, so first things first, I need to go and grab Cape. So the first thing I do to every MVP is I add Cape to the MVP. And hopefully that should stop some would-be Assures from just trying to cheap shot it. Okay, so let's actually go through and see if we can grab some Cape. There we go. Baphomet, you will take it. Okay, you will get the Cape. You will steal the Cape. Okay. Next thing is Thunderstorm. Okay, so MG Thunderstorm. There we go. So Orc here already does Thunderstorm. Interesting. Okay. Let's grab MG Lightning Bolt as well. Okay, so it already looks like Moonlight Flower is doing that. Let's do it too. Okay. And do we want to dispel? Am I gonna be that guy? Right? Am I gonna be that guy? Do I want it to strip? Like full strip? You know, maybe. I don't know. All right. So Frost Joke. Okay. Kavak. Bard Kavak. There we go. Let's give it Frost Joke. Okay. What else do I want to give this thing? Okay. So let's go back to our brainstorming session here. One of these was our brainstorming session. There we go. Our brainstorming session. Alright, so it should get Defender. Yes, I totally agree with myself. It should get Defender. Okay? So we're going to grab the Crusader. And I can't even pronounce that name. He's just going to get Defender. Okay? And now, let's not give it Auto Guard Reflect, but yes! Yes to the Shield Boomerang. Yes to the Shield Charge. Let's go all in on that. Now, heal. Let's do a Baphomet. Heal. Okay. So where's the heal? So Baphomet has a pretty strong heal, and I like that. Let's give it that. Okay, so Stormy Knight's heal is probably very weak by itself. So let's super buff it. Okay. Next, first things first. There we go. Next thing I want to do is, what else did I want to give this thing? Okay, so we got defender. Do I want to give it bowling bash? Am I gonna be that guy? Yeah, I can be that guy. Okay. Siren Windsor bowling bash. Yes. Let's grab the best. Now, why is this commented out? That's weird. Is it buggy? Maybe it's buggy. Okay. Do we want it? Give it provoke? No. Let's leave that alone. Okay. So bowling bash. Interesting that they've commented out bowling bash everywhere. So, excuse me. So it sounds like that is buggy. So I'm not going to include bowling bash. Pierce, no, it doesn't have a sword. So what else do knights do with two-handed swords? Like, let me look at that real quick. So if I was a knight, okay, so we get Aura Blade. Oh, should I get Aura Blade? No, let's not be that guy. Parry. Nah, we're good. We're good on parry. Concentrate, tension, relax. Oh my gosh, we should give Stormy Knight Berserk. That'd be hilarious. Alright, so head crush. Is this a spear? I think this is a spear skill. Joint beat. Alright, so Lord Knight, or Rune Knight, not so much. Let's go back to Knight, and let's just look at that. So we got Spear, Mastery, Pierce, that's also Spear Stab, Two-Hand Quicken, Auto Counter, Bowling Bash is buggy, One-Hand Charge Attack. That's a good idea. Charge. Alright. So it looks like it's only a shield charge here. Alright. So that seems good for now. What else did I want it to give? I think it's supposed to Frost Driver, is it not? It does not. Alright, it just Frost Jokes. Okay. Now we're going to go out and we're going to add some Professor skills. So if I go in here, let's undiscuss real quick. Undiscuss. Alright. Let's do a job of a professor. Alright, I'm a professor. Alright, there's a skill in here that I do want here. What's even past this professor? Is that a warlock? I should probably know that as a GM, but whatever. Alright. We go down, professor, sorcerer, there we go. Job of a sorcerer. Aha! I'm a sorcerer! Alright, so diamond dust. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh man, I am evil. Alright, so diamond dust. Alright, so it looks like diamond dust isn't done yet. So let's look at this. So diamond. So we can actually just change storm gust into diamond dust. Yeah. May the Lord have mercy on what I'm about to do. Alright, so storm gust. I'm just going to clone storm gust and we're going to make that into diamond dust later. And what else do we got here? We got diamond dust. There is something in here that I did want. There is a cyclone skill in here that was pretty cool. Let's actually just look at diamond dust real quick. I think it is exactly what I want, but I just want to be sure here. So I use D, cast, I need more dex. Yeah, diamond dust is what I want. So it's going to cause crystallization, okay, which is pretty devastating. Okay, so let's look at Veritor Sphere. Watch me live on Twitch. I might need to summon a barricade. And, oh, undisguised. There we go. Did I disable Verity Spear? Since the bug report about can't rescale, can't back to first class cussing. Did you post it on Discord or forums? I think Seer would be the one to fix that, since I can't do sprites very well. Alright, so there we go. Boom! Yeah. Is that something I want to give to Stormy Knight? That doesn't look. Because, I mean, it's a spear, right? I'm a Stormy Knight. Nah, that's not something I want to give to Stormy Knight. So, eh. Alright, summon Ventus. There we go. I think that might be... if this is the tornado thingy, I think that's what I want. Let's go. Twister. Alright, let's look at that. We're basically shopping for skills to kill other players with. One of these... Elemental Shield, Elemental Control, Elemental Killing Cloud. That's poison stuff. Warmer. Earthgrave. I think that's... No, that's... Aurello? Consumes a yellow gemstone. Let's try it out. Tool Merchant. Buy. Yellow gems. Let's buy a bunch of yellow gems. And try it out. So W cannot be used in this area. So let's do Gef and Gef Field 04. Okay. Let's get out of the town. Oh. Warp Gef Field 04. Here we go. Alright, so now that we're among the bugs, cannot be used in this area. Interesting. Why? I thought third skills would be allowed here. Warp done 01 00. That's a PvP map. I already know I can't use it there. What? Aurello is disabled? Why is it disabled? Warp Pay done 04. I think that's something I can go to. No, PvP is enabled. Let's go to gift done 03. Aha. I can be with the Sohis. Alright, so it looks like Aurello. Let's just ignore that. Alright, so summon Terra. It's a Spirit of Earth, Earth Insignia, Earth Grave, Warmer. Let's see, Firewalk, Agni, Fire Insignia, Elemental Action, Poison Buster, Killing Cloud, Elemental Analysis, Electric Walk. Ooh. Let's see, summons thunder around your feet. So basically you walk around with electricity, is what I'm understanding. Oh. That's kind of cool. Now, I'm not sure how useful that would be. Because usually MVPs, once they hit somebody, they stick on that person. Now, Psychic Wave could be interesting. But thematically it wouldn't be good. Because I think Psychic Wave, what that does is it does the bubbles. Now, bubbles would kind of look like what a clown would use. And I'm talking about a clowny ice knight. There we go. Maybe it should do a Psychic Wave. Maybe. Summon Aqua. What am I told? Diamond Dust. It's already doing damage. Alright, so. Should we give it Psychic Wave? Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's do Job Ninja. Aha. Alright. so now that I'm a ninja, I can go back to town and test some of this stuff out. So earlier I wanted to look at water spear, freezing spear, summon spears of ice that will strike a target multiple times. Let's look at that real quick. Does it require anything? No. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's get a bunch of... Alright. Ice spear. No, that's fine. I don't need that. Wind blade, I think it's gonna look the same, but wind elemental. I want the MVP to look flashy, is basically what I want. No, that's fine. I'm streaming right now. Can you PM GM gear? Okay. Lightning Jolt. So Lightning Jolt each consumes 1 windstone, so I should buy some windstone. I think it's from the ammo dealer, and I don't have much experience with the ninja, sadly. It's a class that I should play more, but I usually rely on someone else. Oh, that's probably way too many. Let's just get 50 for now and see what happens. All right, so Lightning Jolt. Aha! Lightning Jolt. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. So let's write that down somewhere. So basically, I want it to have Lightning Jolt and Diamond Dust. And while we're here, Snowflake Draft, Water Evasion, Blaze Shield. What is the one that like throws an iceberg at you? That's the one I want right now. Mirror, Cicada Shield, Ninja Aura, Water Evasion. All right, so Snow Draft. All right, so job level 90. There we go. Let's get more job levels here, and we can be on our way. All right, so each one consumes 1 ice stone. Okay. So let's go and buy an ice stone. All right, let's buy 50 ice stones. Snowflake Draft. There we go. That's what I wanted. It's called Snowflake Draft? That's weird. Okay. All right, so we're going to add Snowflake Draft. All right. Now that we understand what we've gotten ourselves into, so Lightning Jolt, Diamond Dust, Snowflake Draft is what I want to add to this thing. All right. I don't know if we need that Chapette in there. All right, there we go. So now that we have this, we can go ahead and say that. Okay, let's make a new sheet. There we go. Stormy Knight. Skills here. So what we want to do is change all of this to Stormy Knight. Okay. And we want to change all of these numbers to Stormy Knight as well. So we can quickly just remove the empty spaces here. I can drag, so this is the mob ID number, so 1251. I can drag that all the way down. Okay. And anywhere where I see an @ sign, I can do a delimitation here. So I can do a text to columns, delimited by the @ symbol. Okay, so notice that everything spreads over. So now I want to bring Stormy all the way down. So everything's going to be Stormy Knight. Or conversely, I can do it the easy way. I got the easier way, which is if I type in Stormy Knight here, followed by an @ symbol, followed by a concatenation, Alright, so notice I can bring this all the way down. I can copy just the values across, and I can delete this old reference. So now everything says Stormy Night. It's beautiful. Alright, so Storm Gust. Storm Gust, we said, was the AoE skill, and we wanted to use. So I'm going to clone this actually a couple more times in a little bit. So this is the skill ID itself, so 89. So we want to look up the skill ID. Let's go look at Ninja real quick. So the skill ID of, if we keep going down, so we want both Lightning Jolt and we both want, so Fire Formation. No, it's not Fire. Lightning, Spear, and Ice. Is that the same thing? Freezing Spear. Okay, that's not it. Water Escape. Falling Ice Spear. Yes. That's what we want. So skill ID is 539. Okay. So let's go in here. 539. 539. 539. All the way down. And I've renamed it a little bit prematurely, because now I'm going to split it back up again. Let's do a text to columns, delimit it by that. Alright, so this is actually, I have to actually look this up in the skill DB now. So if I actually open the skill DB, okay, so in the skill DB, we got skill 539. Okay. It's called NJ Hyorishukia. And maybe that's why I wasn't able to find it, because this is the old KRO name. Okay, it's called Ice Meteor. Also, it looks like they've renamed it a couple of times. So, maybe I don't have to do that. Maybe there's a mob that already has this stuff. Okay. Aha, Catolanax. Beautiful. I'm gonna borrow Catolanax's thing here. Okay. So that's something that's gonna be beautiful. So let's get Catolanax in here. Okay. Now, what was the other thing called? If I look inside of the skill DB itself again, where did I put it? So in the skill DB, we had Ice Meteor, Lightning Strike of Destruction. Okay, so why are there two skills here? So that's what I want to look at inside the mob skill DB. So it looks like Baphomet's already doing that. So I'll throw the Baphomet one into Stormy Knight. Okay. What else do I want to do? Let's say that, Ragagishi-se. Okay, so it's got Kape, it's got Lightning Bolt, it's got Shield Boomerang. What else do we want to give it? So Diamond Dust is what I wanted to give it. That's correct, Diamond Dust. So SO Diamond Dust. Does anyone use that right now? So nobody uses that right now. So what we got to do, so there is a skill called Dragon Breath, I believe. No. Fireball. Okay, so Fireball has a kind of a short range. What skill is kind of like Diamond Dust? It's a skill. It's a magic skill that you would use right in front of yourself in a cone shape. Now, I think Fireball was the one. Okay. Alright, so there we go. So Fireball will become Diamond Dust. SO Diamond Dust, and the skill number is 2444. Alright, so I think that's the skill number right there. If I go back to Storm Gust, yep, 89 is Storm Gust. Alright, so let's copy this back in. Alright, and then let's go and see. Let's make a new sheet again. Aha. Alright, so we can go ahead and remove all that. Looks like this is already delimited for us. Maybe? I don't know. Nope, that looks like it's a bad delimitation there. Huh. It's already trying to do an automatic delimitation based upon what we did in our last delimitation. Text to columns here. Interesting. Delimited by comma. Nope. Text to columns delimited by, there we go, comma. Okay, so what I want to do now is, there we go. Now that if I paste this back, everything should be fine. Now if I remove this, everything down here should be Stormy Knight. So 25251. There we go. And if I add an extra column here, I can do a text to columns right here. And I can delimitate that by that. So everything can become a Stormy Knight. And then if I add another column here, wait, I think I'm adding too many columns. Alright, so I can then do this plus an and sign in the middle plus that. Okay, so Stormy Knight teleports, he Storm Gus. He does a number of things, none of which is pleasant at the present moment, so I need to actually insert another cell here. Stop it. Alright. Can copy it by values, so it removes its old references. And if I go back to mob skills, I can go ahead and find its headers, and these are going to be its headers. So I know exactly what I'm editing. Let's go insert and paste. Alright. So, and then I'll text the columns with the comma delimitation. Delimited by a comma. Let's do a finish. There we go. So the cast time, cast delay, state, dummy info, info only. Okay. Well, now we're in business. So Hiroshika, summon slave. We gotta save these summon slaves. So on spawn, it summons all of these slaves. Idle, this slave, that slave. And on attack, you'll spawn that slave. Okay, I gotta buff those guys too. Note to self. Okay, buff slaves. All right. So, okay. So these are the skills that it's gonna have. So Frost Joker. All right. So where's the skill level? There we go. That's what you want to do. So level 5, wind attack, call slave, storm gust level 10. Hiroshika, diamond dust 44. That's a little extreme. Let's bring that down a little bit. Lightning strike as well. It's gonna go down. Regis Sake. That's the lightning jolt. Let's bring that up. Actually, heal. That's a good level heal. Thunderstorm level 20. Thunderstorm lightning bolt. Level 20 lightning bolt. Frost joke level 5. Frost joke defender level 6. Defender, no, level 5 defender. Shield boomerang level 10, or shield charge level 10. No, that would be monstrous knockback. Yeah, sure, why not? Everyone's wearing a strong shield. If you're not wearing a strong shield, you're gonna get super knocked back. All right, shield boomerang 10, 10, 10. Okay, so teleport, white freeze, power up, wind attack, call slave, hallucination, storm gust. All right. Everything looks like it is in order. Okay. Now I gotta concatenate it. So, okay. So I could do this one by myself. So, like for example, I can do A2, and then concatenate that with B2, but in the center there needs to be a comma. Right, you can see how this would get hairy real quick. If I had to do that by hand, right? So, ew, right? So I have to do that for the rest of this, so no. So I basically just denote A through S here. So if I make another sheet and say A, B, C, now in theory it should keep counting for me. D, E? Yeah, okay, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Okay, ABC. Okay, and then what I want to do is then say A, B through that, and then what I want to say is 2, and then this is where I can add the and symbol, followed by the comma, followed by another and symbol, and then I can concatenate all that together. And then if I throw this back into Excel, voila, code auto-generated. I can throw this all the way down, and then I can hopefully just paste this back in. Stormy Knight. Alright, so I can replace all of this, and then behold, I have, ooh, see that? That's not good. There should not be spaces there. So I can go back real quick and make sure that this Stormy Knight here, like, let's do a copy here, paste it into a new one, and say if there's a space, replace it with an underscore, and then copy this guy back in. Okay, so everything is should be fixed. So if I could bring this down, I can close this in progress thing, and then hopefully that is what it needs to be. Stormy Knight is brought back in. I can now save it. Alright, so the slaves of Stormy Knight also should be buffed. Okay, so let's figure out what this monster even is. So, go back to the MobDB. Alright, so the Goblin Christmas. Wonderful. The Christmas Goblin. Okay, so 1607 and 16 and 1115. So let's look at that real quick too. Both of those. So 1515. Garm Baby. Really? No, you should not be summoning a Garm Baby. Whatever. I'll let you summon a Garm Baby. I don't care. Alright, so Christmas. So Xmas. Smokey, Gift Smokey, Jack. Gobini. Alright, so let's go back to the Stormy Knight. So it summons a slave. So let's go back and look at it. So summon slave. It doesn't say what slave in the old database here. Now, if I look in the new database, the Rate My Server database, let's look at Stormy. It summons 2 Garm Babies, 6 Christmas Goblins. Alright, I'm gonna make these Christmas Goblins annoying, and I apologize. Okay, so these Christmas Goblins don't have any HP. Alright, so basically what we gotta do is we gotta buff the heck out of these things. Man, these things are gonna hurt. Alright, so what we gotta do now is if we go down and find this mob, 1606. I think I'm gonna leave the Garm Baby alone, just because I don't care to mess with it. So its HP, I'm just gonna add a 0 right here, and maybe add a 5 right here. So 50k HP each. It's gonna be an entourage basically, and then basically I gotta find the next number. So what is this right now? So if I open this up, put this back into Excel, okay, paste it in here. So the Goblin here now has 51k HP, doesn't give anything upon death in terms of that. I'm going to keep its attack the same, okay. Its defense, I'm going to go up to 30. Its M defense will also go up to 60. Now here's the kicker, okay. This is where I want it to be more strength, more agi, more vit, and that's the kicker right there. 100 int, and it's gonna have 100. Actually, let's give it 200 dex. All right, Let's actually just give Windstorm a little bit higher dex just because I want him to cast stuff a little bit faster. Okay. These things are now deadly. Okay. They're not deadly yet because I want them to spam Lightning Bolt and Cold Bolt on you like their life depended on it. Okay. So, that's that. Okay, so if I do this and I copy it back, if I go back to this sheet, I can then do a transpose. Okay, once I do a transpose, what I can then do is put it back in using the Sublime Text multi-line editor. Okay, and let's make a new line here. All right, and then let's delete the old Christmas Goblin. So this is now a buffed Christmas Goblin. And the next thing we're going to do is update Stormy Knight 2. So Stormy Knight, I gave it a few more items. Okay, so let's go back, edit that a little bit. Let's add a comma, delete that, remove the last comma. Stormy Knight. Okay, so it's 1251. Alright, that's going to be beautiful. Alright, so Stormy Knight's added in. The goblins are added in. Now the goblins need power. They need some oomph behind them. Mob skill DB. Interesting. The goblins don't have skills. Well, that's interesting. Sorry. So let's look at Moonlight Flower, because Moonlight Flower is annoying. And she does Fireball, Water Ball, Meteor. Oh man, whoever did this was super sadistic. Let's see, Lightning Bolt. Okay, so interesting. Does she not? Flower, MG, Cold Bolt. There we go. So Cold Bolt, Firebolt, Lightning Bolt. All right, so there we go. So these are the guys I want. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put it into a new. And anywhere it says Moonlight Flower, I'll say Christmas Goblin. Okay. And then that's fine. That's fine. Let's remove Firebolt because thematically it doesn't work. All right. So let's add that back in. Okay. And this mob ID is going to be, so everywhere where it says 1150, so that's the Moonlight Flower monster ID, and I'm going to replace it with the Christmas Goblin ID. Okay. Now these things are deadly. Super deadly. I would not want to fight these things. Okay. So 1607 is where I want it to be. Alright, I think that's everything. Oh, you guys are going to have so much fun with everything I just did. Alright, so that's done. That's done. That's done. Alright, let's review our changes. So I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to do a get diff to really see what I did. So the Christmas Goblin should have been changed. Stormy Knight got changed. Stormy Knight got a bunch of skills. Oh my gosh, this is scary stuff there. Very, very scary stuff. Now it got 2 heals here. I'm not sure why I gave it 2 heals. Knight of the Windstorm got 2 heals. That's not good. Mob skill DB. 1251. Stormy Knight. And then it got healed twice. Yeah, that's correct. So one is at 50%, one is at 99%. So I think that's fine. All right. Lightning Bolt, Frost Stroke, Kape, Thunderstorm, Frost Stroke, Power Up, Wind Freeze, Teleport, Diamond Dust. I love it. Okay. So git add git commit Stormy Knight is buff, yo. Okay. All right. And that does it. Now all I need to do is send this over to testing and then have everyone hate me. All right. Merry Christmas, everybody, for Stormy Knight. All right. So, what do you want to do? Okay. All right. So what do we want to do? All right. So now that that's all done, I'm going to send this over to the testers now. Um, and I hope you guys have a good night. I hope that after this patch, Stormy Knight is going to give joys to all of you. Thank you, everyone who joined me on Twitch. I hope you enjoy the new Stormy Knight. It's terrible. Terrible, I know. All right. I hope you guys have a good night.